Hello, this is Matt O'Leary, and I've got another vinyl must-have video for you today. This beauty right here is Days of Future Past by the legendary English rock band the Moody Blues. And just look at this cover. I think it's a perfect visual representation of this entire album. Although this is their second album, it's really their first rock album. Their first album was with a different lineup. I think a couple new guys came in for this one, and that one was more focused on R&B, strangely enough. This is a monumental album because it's definitely one of the first rock concept albums. It follows a man over the course of one single day, with each song or movement named after a part of that day. Released in 1967, this is a US pressing, I believe. It's really thick cardboard, no gatefold or anything, so not a super unique find, but definitely a must-have, and the story behind its creation is really fascinating in itself. With the contract nearing expiration and tons of pounds in debt, the Durham Records manager gave them a way out of this contract. He offered to forgive them of their entire debt if they made a rock and roll version of a Dvorak symphony promoting their new Duramic stereo sound audio format. Well, long story short, the band ended up abandoning the project and requested instead to incorporate orchestral elements into their original material, and the rest is history. So this is as much composer Peter Knight's genius work as it is the Moody's. And it's the way that these dramatic rock sections are bookended by the same melodies played on the strings and the orchestra that make this album so romantic and influential. By combining such an array of sounds and composing these unique and unexpected song structures, they really created what some will say is the first progressive rock album. A great example of these melodic motifs is in the opening track, The Day Begins, where some of the most potent melodies are first introduced. Peter Knight really plays up the epicness of tracks like Dawn is a Feeling and Nights in White Satin, but also the whimsical and fairy tale nature of Another Morning. This track, Another Morning, is actually one of my favorites. It's got this really fantastic English quality. It brings all these images of childhood adventures and prancing through the garden with little fuzzy white rabbits and fresh dew on the grass. Lunch Break Peak Hour follows this as another upbeat song that really highlights the psychedelic elements that this band would later in their career expand on. There are Lennon-esque harmonies, sprawling bass lines, and riffs that are right out of Piper at the Gates of Dawn, Syd Barrett era Pink Floyd. Really fantastic song. I could really go on and on about these songs. Each one is flawless, and the thing overall together is really succinct. But I think one of the best things about these songs overall is their ability to just abruptly jump from one diverse section to another. Tuesday Afternoon is probably the best example of this. It starts with that really recognizable straight-up rock beat, and then jumps to that shuffling verse, and then back out of those two completely to this menacing acoustic guitar line. I'm pretty sure everyone has heard this song. Overall, Days of Future Past has these really powerful melodies from start to finish that'll really stick with you. And the way they're hinted at by the orchestra will really solidify them in your mind. This is definitely a must-have emotional album that's filled with childish wonder. And this was meant to be heard on this format, so I'm very pleased to have it in my collection. I'll show you the front again, and then I'll go to the back. It's a very, very simple design, but just all highlighting this painting on the front. I'm not sure who that's from, but it's just so gorgeous, so colorful. Thanks so much for watching. I know I haven't been doing many videos as of late just because of general busyness and school and everything. But next I want to do The Deer Hunter Act 4 review. I know there haven't been a lot of those on the internet, so I definitely want to put that out, but I'm kind of waiting until after I go to a concert of his on Sunday night, which is going to be excellent. I'm going to give a little review of that as well as show off the vinyl once it arrives. It's taken a while, I don't know why. Subscribe to my channel and like this video. Also comment on why you personally love this album. Also preview and buy my new album below in the description box. It's on CD Baby. I have a lot of CDs left, but it's also available on iTunes for under $7, so it's really cheap. So check that out. Thanks. Bye.